What an amazing invention. This is so incredible. We can communicate all over the world. You can live stream. You can reach out to people all over the world. Up until about 3-4 years ago, you could reach anybody. You could reach somebody if they had the technology themselves, someone like on the South Pole or the North Pole, or someone, somewhere, who wants to communicate with people. Not anymore. But what I'm trying to do is the smartphone interface, which I hate these things. I do like the ability to communicate, and the interference of the commerciality and the it's downright interference. When I tried to put a title in this live stream before I started it, the keyboard kept disappearing on the screen and then coming back. And there's also something my phone does that's very, very curious, is that when I try to comment on a video, it puts me in some kind of jail. My keyboard stays up and it doesn't respond. It won't, when I start to tap and type a comment, it doesn't work. And then about 10 or 30 seconds later, those letters pop up and the keyboard stays on the screen. It locks up and puts me in this check mode or something. And I have to restart my phone because the keyboard stays there. And I took it out of my pocket just a minute ago and it was doing the same thing. Has anybody else had this problem with their phone? But little by little, incrementally, they're taking away our ability to control what we see and what we watch. So they basically just want to force feed you. They just want you to just roll up your sleeve and just take it like an obedient lamb. Just sit there and just consume. See if the wind is really high. So I'm getting out of the wind. I'm just really upset because my laptop was stolen last week, or so it was a loaner. Pardon me, and I haven't said anything on the channel about it because I wanted to tell the owner of the laptop that it had been stolen. And there was an external drive. It was very important to me. Backed up all the stuff from music that I recorded in interval in the 80s and stuff that Norman and I recorded in 2006, 2007, 2008. And all these songs that we wrote 15 years ago, 13 years ago, they're on that external drive. It's a 500 gig external drive. It has my name on it, but the person probably looked at it and threw it in the trash or whatever, or erased all that stuff. A lot of photographs that I've never put on the internet that are just, family stuff. There is some, but somebody got all that. I think my Twitter got hacked like 2 years ago or something. I made another Twitter account and I'm following that account and there's nothing happening on it. None of the photographs that I've uploaded since 2009 on there are visible. So I guess they deleted all of them. And they probably think it's funny or something, or they know me personally. I don't know. But so my Twitter, my original one is gone. But it just seems like this thing that they have in my phone, particularly to stop me from commenting. It happens on videos where there's like something that you really are compelled to say something about, and you really don't want to because, I really don't want to, but I still do because I want to express myself, in my opinion. However, it seems that this is a situation where, I've been aware of this for a very, very long time, that there's only certain opinions that are allowed. Not anything as dangerous as, what's outside of the scope of the information. and there's really little ability to say what you want to say. So I guess they're going to assign me what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say, or just get canceled altogether. So it's like they control the rods and cones of the course, and if they move the cones to outside of your view, that's not your fault. They're doing that deliberately to incrementally. If they can't shut you up and make you quit, they control the system. So they're going to alter the system to make it impossible to get your particular point of view across. It's not just a matter of telling you or shutting you down or giving you. It's a matter of still keeping you chained to it because of your dedication and the music thing. Like in my case, there's really everything I really have put into this channel is really authentically me. There's nothing. I mean, there's a lot. There's some sarcasm. There's some the looking at dark things or the observance of criminal behavior by those in authority, things like this. But mostly just music that I write and write right off the cuff. And I'm really thankful for the people that appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It means I'm reaching people, and it may sound snobby, but it's if someone else did these songs, I would be subscribed to them. I would like it. I mean, I would appreciate it. I'd be like, God, that's really And like if I could describe my, I don't know, I don't want to be, but if I could describe the stuff I write, it's a very vast category. It's not just one straightforward, hard rockin' 3-chord or shuffle tune. I do like writing. I like writing stuff like that, coming up with things like that. But also there's a complex. There's a desire to create, and what stuff that I hear and I write in my head is harmonically expansive, and it's not stuck in a monotone kind of single beat or single register, like one chord, like and there's a lot of that, and I hear like people listen to. It's the whole minute and a half or 2 minutes is just And I'm like, wow. I mean, I'm trying to listen to what the person's saying, and it's really, I don't know, there's been so many times where I've done live streams like this, and it's really woefully inefficient and really reaches nobody. And if I get any comments, somebody talks about something that's completely irrelevant to what I'm saying. They don't want to add to what I'm saying or give their opinion on what I'm talking about. I remember we used to have video responses on here. You could respond to somebody through another video and give an answer, and people would make playlists out of them. At least if they had, that would have been smart, because they took that away. I guess they're going to get rid of playlists or something soon, or I've been hearing about that. But I've made like over 100 playlists. And I got a lot of stuff that I can find a little quicker, especially if it's buried. But I go back to these playlists and I find that the videos have been made unavailable or deleted. Even some of my own. Like I'll make playlists of specific features that I will get the compulsion to do. Like I'll give you an example. The Paranoid Prepper thing, there's like 13 of those, and they're 30 seconds to a minute and a half long. And what I did was I made a 12 or 13 minute video of all of them in one video. And I put it at the end of the playlist, Paranoid Prepper. And I went back and it wasn't there. So put it back in there. Went to the video, the Paranoid Prepper full feature, put it in the playlist, go there and look at the playlist, and it's not there. There's the other single episodes that I did. And I'm like, what is the point of that? Why? I mean, you're being an efficient presenter. It's like, you have these 13 videos of, improvisational comedy, character, whatever, I don't know. And you want to finalize it by, here's all the features in one video, and it's unacceptable. I mean, that's like an efficient thing to do as a creator, to document what you're doing, and have also those people that want to watch them all in one sitting and have a burrito and a glass of wine or something. They can sit there and they can enjoy all of them in one video. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
So I don't know. Should I ask someone to chime in and say, "Hey, yeah, I understand," or is that just pointless? Anyway, that's my opinion on the phone interface and the hijacking of the ability to open your mouth, express your opinion, and not be harmful to anybody. I mean, I just really losing the ability to make videos like I was. I mean, the last video I made, the funk in the air, that was a big deal for me because I'd never been able to make a video like that. And I wish I'd started doing that like 2 or 3 months ago, because then when I would have found more barriers and more, video presentation ability, that was much better. And I was just starting to really grasp it and make some progress through the editing. I'm really pleased with that one, and I'm disappointed that more people don't like it. And if that's fine. I'm disappointed though, because I want everybody wants their work to be appreciated. That's not a pussy. That's not a weak thing. That's not a it's your labor. It's the fruit of your abilities here. I love to cook food, and I don't know. I'm always afraid people won't like it, and I'm always afraid of losing. That external drive was so important. It just comes to me about, 5 or 6 days ago. It got stolen. I woke up and it was gone. And I would put it at my head, where my head was, and I've always taken the belt part, the waistband of the backpack, and kind of attached it to a satchel that I use as put my head on. And I didn't do that. So a friend's laptop, some idiot out there has something that they have no idea what kind of potential it has. They just want to get some drugs or something, and so I was really lucky. Somebody from a meeting gave me a suitcase that has wheels on it, which is actually better than carrying a backpack. But I do have a small backpack, for other things, and there was a picture in this backpack, and all my birth certificate is gone. Oh God, it's pictures. It was a wallet photo of I can't remember what she looks like in the picture now. It's really bad. I'm so upset. I mean, I lost, I think, one or two t-shirts. I don't know. I didn't want to think about specifically what they were. I had a black hoodie, and it was a closed front hoodie, like it didn't have a zipper. And it said, on the front it said, Bradley Manning, the right to tell the truth. This is like from 2013 when the court martial was happening in Fort Meade. And everybody has their own opinions about how things ended up, about this, I don't want to get, just what's being done in the Americans' name overseas and any kind of military action needs to be, and I don't understand why there's people that actually will stand there and, say something like those people deserve to die. It's just as sick as the direction that this interface goes. It's like cold and callous and destructive, and it hampers the flow of information. That's really the best way they can do it, If they can discourage enough people to not say anything, well, then you're just going to have the Wonder Bread, the world of Wonder Bread media. Bland, tasteless and, basically puffed air, If I'm not fresh, I'm out of business. There's a Wonder Bread commercial. The talking loaves, they're animated. But I wish somebody would have come in here and said hello. Oh God. See, that's what I get for being myself. That's what I get. Nothing. These people, you put on these personas, and they sell something, and it's like, it's so regressively destructive. I feel like I'm like a round peg that they're trying to shove inside a square hole. I saw a meme about that years ago on Facebook. It said, it's easy to make the round peg fit inside the square hole. All you gotta do is just cut the round edges off. And it made a point with me. I was saying, wow, see the people, they feel nothing. They're totally Novocaine to the things they do. They don't understand that there's a severe investment. A lot of people on this website have worked so hard. I've seen so many really good people just cut down. I can't give a good, visualistic delivery of that. And they're some of the coolest people I've met on the internet, have been here. And one or two times I've actually met them in person, and it's always really interesting that, you see somebody for 10 years or 9 years or 7 years or whatever, and then you finally meet them, and it's really, wow, hey, it's like really cool to see you in person. I thought you were taller or something, But my face for radio is just, I guess I have an appearance deficit or something, but, it's really what's inside that counts. It's kind of like the idea behind what Van Halen did with Diver Down, with the Diver Down character. It's sorry about that. Is the diver flag, the red flag with the white stripe diagonal, and it's about what's underneath that's interesting, and that's what David Lee Roth said, about that cover. My guitar is still at a friend's house. Same gentleman, really very talented guy. He has what's left of my clothes. I don't know. Some got thrown away from his house, which there was a picture in there that I just really, I can't remember. I remember what the context was. It's just terrible. I don't know. I mean, these things are just earthly things, These are just possessions, but they have a significance, to my life, and that's my way of honoring this person's memory and having something like that means something to me, And that happens, when it's gone, Anyway, old Mother Hubbard went to her cupboard, whatever, I don't know. I'm pretty boring. I really wish I could play guitar. I really need to play guitar. I'm really grateful for everybody's help. I just want to be honest in myself and be real, not have this wind noise, this trolling. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear a mask. I mean, for these videos, 'cause anyway, I guess nobody's gonna come in. Nobody's gonna come in. It's because nobody gets this in their feed. Even if the bell and they subscribe, they still don't see it. I know that. People have to go and hunt me down. Oh, where's Daryl's stuff? Where's DVincentW? I don't want to end this. I want to keep talking. Nobody's ever changed things by appealing to the hearts and minds of the people who are in control. It's never... I think that the Native Americans, the American Indians of the North American continent, got some kind of BS resolution that was like complete, hogwash. I don't know. I'm wearing my 2006 Remstein shirt. Anyway, moving on. I'm just if I can get to play guitar today. Well, I have a lot of files still on my phone that I've recorded, and I have 4 or 5 or 6 tunes from Norman and I in 2006 through 8. I think I have The Price of Life. I have that one. There's 2 versions of that already on the channel. I don't have The Shift, the song my mother sang on with me in 1987 or 87. I can't remember when we did that. Right now I can't. But I need to get my buddy Norman. He's credited on the videos and the drums and a lot of this stuff. I need to get Shoreline. And there's a song called Shock Plant that the bass player wrote. I mean, he probably wouldn't want me to post that on my channel. I don't know. I mean, I posted a lot of Jim Altman stuff. He's been dead for like 30 years now. And Silent Radio is... I know the members are still alive. I used to see the bass player on Facebook, Mark Chandler. But I was like in that band for like a year or something. At the same time, I was in an interval. And, there was a couple times where I was... it was a double bill, a double gig, so I was playing all night. And those are some of the best shows I ever played in because I was real connected to everybody. And there was... people, I mean, I felt like I was really doing what I was supposed to do. And, in the early 2000s, I had this band in Orlando called Claude Badley. That's the character from Dudley Do-Right, anime, Hanna-Barbera or whatever. Claude Badley, we played 3 shows at a couple different pubs, ale house, and then there was a place in downtown Winter Park we played at. But I don't know. I think I had a couple of pictures on my my MySpace. I had some pictures from that. That's gone now. The weather is really funny. It wasn't really cold last night, but it was really, really stormy, really high winds. And everything's, I'm fine. We just, by the grace of grace of God, somebody helped me, and I was lucky to, get shelter of some kind. Let's see. Boy, it's so funny. So funny. I'm thinking that me wasting all this time talking alone on the internet is going to have some kind of result. It's not. It's just going to be... I can't not be creative. I can't not not having this outlet to create feature videos, with my own photography and my music. Just is, it's really, I'm like stuck. I don't think this Chromebook has the RAM to run video editing. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know what to do. The wind is prohibitively nasty right now down here. Anything that's not tied down, if it's under a certain weight class, is subject to removal. It's really hard to put down like stuff to sleep. It's like it's like a game show. It's a big challenge. That's how I look at it. Just do it. This is every night, though. I put my head down and I look up and I see the universe. I see the ancient stars that are out there and planets, and it kind of makes me feel real equal. I feel really at peace when I look up there, at least for a minute. The sky out here is the most beautiful. I know that in the desert it's a lot better. You don't have all that, I've heard people call it light pollution. And I don't know if light has the capability of being pollution, but I would call it obfuscation or interference, but I wouldn't call it pollution. That's kind of a simplistic way of... I mean, like if you're filming a police officer doing their job on the side of the road and you're 50 feet away, 25 feet away, whatever, you're filming them, and the guy takes out this huge bright light and points it at you. I've seen a lot of auditors get that. It just never happened to me because I don't do it anymore. And yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to attack me for why. You want to know why? Because I don't have any place to live, and I'm very vulnerable to being thrown in a cage. And actually, I do have some, which are gone. So I did film some stops, and I saved them, and I was going to put them up again, but now they're gone. So one person was kind of upset, hey, you can't take my picture, and the cop said, you're not allowed to, and I was like, no, that's not true. This is the United States constitutional right, First Amendment, protected activity. I'm just filming you doing your job or whatever. Name, badge number. The person called me a name, and I said, well, you should be thanking me because who knows to say that this police officer wouldn't be behaving so civilly if I wasn't filming. Have a good night. You're not welcome. So the wind is kicking. This is the most boring live stream on planet Earth. In the internet. It's the most boring live stream. Well, I'm really thirsty. I need some throat of protein down throat. I've been wanting to watch the movie Little Big Man a lot for a long time. I haven't been able to find it. There's the trailer is on YouTube, but I love that movie, Little Big Man. Anyway, that's my suggested viewing. to less than one person who would probably be interested in that. 1974, 72, 73. Dustin Hoffman. I don't know what else to say. If I get to play music today, which should be really wonderful. That'll be in the afternoon. I will record it. I will video record it, and then I will post it tonight. I'm not going to call the guy and ask him. I'm hoping that he'll be able to. I don't know. I don't feel empowered right now. I feel I should do the things that I shouldn't think I shouldn't do. I should do them anyway. I mean, God, this is so stupid. This is such a waste of time. Hold on a sec. Don't do that. Where's the microphone? How come it is? Hey, what's up? There's somebody on here. I don't know who it is. Mute. Okay, I'll be right back. Pretty interesting, eh? No, I don't know. If you don't want to comment, that's fine. I really am tired of asking them to do that. I don't know. Thanks for the thumbs up. I hope everybody's, whoever's there, I don't know, have they commented? Let's see. No, I'm just wasting time. And now we're wasting time. Same old pickup lines. But you keep trying. My singing is so bad. I'm so nasal. I have like voice strain. I don't know, maybe I've been screaming and I didn't know it, I think. Sounds like I've been screaming. No, I've been quiet. I don't drag attention to myself. Here I am live streaming, but I don't know, I just really want to talk. And I know that people see me as an empty vessel and that I'm not interesting, or I'm not handsome, or my music sounds like trash cans rolling down a hill. I don't know. I'm just a real article. I'm not a fake person like some of these people are on YouTube. They're selling an image. I mean, there are people that are themselves that do commentary, and I certainly would do that myself, but I wouldn't last long. If I did commentary, I would get the gulag, definitely. I'm already in a gulag in and of itself in some way. I'm in a partial gulag. If I could, I would. If I had about $700 or $800, I would definitely get a new Kramer, because I was looking at some of the ones that are at a store. I took some pictures, but I don't know. I was playing one of them, and it was really, really, really cool. It was really good. The neck is really, the diameter is just like my 1985 Kramer, but the headstock is more of an actual hockey stick, shape. My neck headstock's tilted back. It's not like straight with the fretboard. The string pull is more like a hardtail guitar would be. The Floyd Rose. I'm boring. I have lost. My backpack got stolen, so I'm trying to. I don't know. Just I don't care. So I have a Chromebook, and I don't know what. Somebody gave me a Chromebook. I'm really thankful for that. And I have there's no, on a Chromebook, you can't even look at, see what the guts are of the machine. How much RAM, how fast the processor's going. It took me a long time to find. I found the task manager just by accident. It's a very hard machine to type on too, because it doesn't have delete. It has backspace. Also, spell check. You can't right-click on anything on a Chromebook. And I don't have a mouse right now, so my mouse got stolen, along with my headphones. I can't use earbuds because they bother my ears. So I had these really cool headphones that were corded and weren't Bluetooth. I like that. I would rather have that. Man, I wish I hadn't lost that video editing capability, because I was really getting inspired, and I got some good reactions. People really appreciated it, and I was like, wow, this is really good. And I wish I'd gotten keyed up on that a few months back, like I've already said. At least I know what that system was, that video editing. It was really good. I mean, it suited my needs fine. I don't know what else to say. I can't inspire anybody to say hello. None of the two people that are on here are going to say hi. So they must not have really anything good to say. Probably don't. Probably. I don't know. I'd rather. I'm more inspired to assume that they don't have. They don't find me agreeable, and they find me distasteful and lower than pond scum. They're sitting here, they're waiting to flag my video to tear me down or something. I don't have any trust in this website at all. None of the accounts that won't come out and say hello, the ones that lurk, they don't really have any good. It just seems to me like, if you wanted to say hello, why don't you say hello? You don't need to say hello. Okay, well then, I personally am obsessed with stalk people and not say hello. I just don't do that. I don't understand the motivation behind being hidden in a crevice like a spider or a brown recluse with saliva that'll give you necrotizing fasciitis if it bites you, right? I just can't. I don't trust anything. What happens when someone's supposed to do music in their life and just totally fall apart? People like to watch and sit there and laugh at them with anonymity. I think it's funny. There's no commenting, which is weird. Don't see anything. Put these filters on here. What is that? Oh, wonderful. No filter. So they're still there. I mean, I don't know who's there, so. Enjoying themselves. They're probably going to latch on to everything I do and try to drag it down. I just gave you a good idea, didn't I? kill this 59-year-old has-been who tries to play guitar. Let's just get rid of him. I don't know, it's the vibe I get when someone's silent. It's pretty nice. I don't know. I wasn't born paranoid, but I've learned to be based on results and the way people treat each other on this website. It's very scammy. I don't know. Someone doesn't say anything. Right. I can sit here and not say anything. I've done live streams like that, like a half an hour of nothing. You know? Time to end this cesspool of a live stream. A cesspool isn't going to make anybody mad, is it? What words am I not allowed to say? I'm not allowed to say da 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 da, yada yada yada, mana 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 mana. Can't say mana 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 mana. Let's see. I don't know. Go look at the terms of service pages and see if I've made any fatal errors. People just, I don't know, meltdown live stream, right? There's some kind of, I'm trying to imagine comments. Hey Daryl, what's going on? Look at that weather. Let's see, what else would they say? Something about something? No guitar today. I am glad I'm not in Washington, D.C. anymore. I am very thankful for that. I'm very glad that I'm not in D.C. I'm glad I'm not in the District of Columbia. The District of Criminals. Yeah, I liked watching Show Me Baby. That was a good channel. He really was good at keeping his stuff up. But eventually, yeah. So, don't want to. There's no way to compel somebody to communicate if they don't want to. Don't want to say hi. Can't say hi. Don't want to say hello. You can't say hello. You don't say hello. So if you've ever seen the movie Papillon with Steve McQueen, not the horrible remake, 2016 they did that. It's disgusting. But if you've seen the original one, when he's escaping this French Guiana prison through these swamps, he's going to get a canoe, and he can give him all this money Dustin Hoffman has, whatever. And there's this leper colony, and they're in the jungle, in the swamp, and Steve McQueen, or Papillon's standing there, and the guy's sitting at a desk. He offers him a cigar, and he takes the cigar and puffs it. And the guy says, "How did you know I have dry leprosy?" And that really shows character, that he was willing, he wanted to get out so bad, and he'd gone through all this stuff. Came down to like that cigar at one point for him, and he was lucky he made the right choice. So am I making a poor choice, assuming that the persons or entities in this chat room who are not saying anything, am I making the right choice in assuming they have ill will? I guess time will show. That's funny. don't know why I made those paranoid prepper videos. I thought that they were funny. I did. I thought they were funny. I'm sure that if I shopped it to anybody, they would probably, within 6 months to a year, there'd be a series on Netflix or something. The paranoid prepper or the psychotic. I don't know. I wasn't trying to make fun of preppers. I was trying to make something that preppers would think is funny. Comedy that's related to a satirical side of being prepared for the lights not coming back on, things like that. See, the wind is really nice here. Boy, but I'd really like to have a setup so that I could live stream really good. Then I would probably reach more people that would probably appreciate. But well, I have people coming and hearing me at where I'm playing on Thursday nights, and I get a lot of people enjoy it. And I really am glad. That's like one of the best nights of my week. Okay. What is this thing doing? On the bottom, it's got this menu for these filters. And holy cow! My phone is seriously acting janky. Well, on the beach at night, in the sky, I've seen some pretty interesting things. And I've caught myself seeing things. I've caught myself imagining things that are giving me an idea of something was. For example, a point of light moving, but it's an illusion. Is it something about the negative space in the light makes it look like it's moving, but it doesn't move. I think a few people have mistaken, but actually I think you come to your senses like, oh, that's not actually moving, it's just, it looks like it's moving, because it never really covers any space. It doesn't go any distance. It's still in the same distance that it was to something else that was close by. So, but I do really enjoy looking at the night sky. I think it's, and the day sky too. And this part of Florida has some of the most beautiful birds I've ever seen, and I really enjoy seeing their behavior and watching them. They're really cool. The gray pelicans are really extraordinary. It's really great to watch them fly up and down in formation above Cocoa Beach. I don't know, maybe people are commenting and I can't see them because I'm sure that YouTube would do something like that. I can't get rid of this banner that's underneath here of these filters. Slate, Noir, Dawn, Bubbles. We got Bubbles. Dream, Glamour, 8mm. Oh, it's grainy. Some film noise on that, it would be perfect, right? Sepia, silver screen, Haunt. Ah, that's a perfect one. Oh. Alright, everything is in pencil. Alright. I don't know. I don't like these filters. I mean, I think they probably have a use in my channel, but I would rather do that while I was mixing it or putting it together. the sound in my videos, I tried it when I record my music live. I don't know, the equalization is always really bad because it's a mono recording. It's an open air. It's what in the business is called a mono-aural recording. So it's the microphone is going it's not omnidirectional. It's going to pick up a more of a compressed singular sound as opposed to stereo, which is going to have different tracks, whatever. So I try to make them sound the best I can, and that probably turns people off. Oh, the bum can't have a place to record his music, so he's going to use his phone, his voice recorder, whatever. I really, anyway, self-defecation. Self-defamation. Poop on yourself. I'm going to go ahead and dry this up. Go on to 5150, and I'm going to stop. Hey, there it is. Yeah, Wazy, what's going on? It's 5140, 5141, 5142. Wazy, you still playing music? 5147, 51, and we're going to 5150. 5150. Oh, yeah, of course. That's the studio, man. That studio, actually, Eddie Van Halen built is a Faraday cage, too. It's a Faraday cage for interference. You didn't want RF frequencies coming in there. And when he built that studio, he broke the law. He didn't get a permit. And he got it after he was the first musician in that area, because a lot of musicians wanted to do it, and it was prohibited by the, I don't know, those neighborhood boards, those people who have boards up their rear end. I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, I really liked it. I think it was a part of my life at the time. 1986 was really extraordinary. My band was kicking ass, and I saw him with Sammy, and there was a lot of energy because Edward looked so happy. There was another guitar player, and there was all this other stuff going on. The band sounded bigger. They were growing, but it was a little poppy for a lot of people because I really, Fair Warning is my favorite. Well, yeah, Fair Warning is my favorite Van Halen. That summer was really great. That was such a great summer. Oh, man. I was going to the Corcoran Art School, and I had this girlfriend named Jeanette Player. Jeanette was a really hot girl. She was so beautiful. Brown hair, green eyes. And, boy, she was rocking. And walking through D.C. with my boombox listening to Unchained or Mean Street was really extraordinary because that music was so powerful. Well, no, we have severe weather, 50s, I don't know, 30 mile per hour gusts right now. Last night was like 45, 50, and there was a lot of rain last night. There, if you can see the weather, partly cloudy or partly sunny. Yeah, I have a lot of cross-hatching. I'll always film if I see cross-hatching going. I'll always catch that. On my channel, the Clairvoyant Amnesiac, the banner photography, there's a chemtrail that's turning. I took that picture in 2017. I was like in Hyattsville, Maryland or something, driving, and I was at a standstill, and I said, "Oh, well, better take it." And it's like they were spraying and they turned. They did a U-turn. So I thought that was interesting, and I'll always leave that up. But I've always, all the photographs, all of my avatars, I've always made them myself. I've always wanted to, the significance of the dog for me, for my avatar for DVincentW, is I was washing dishes at a bar called Jazzy's, a restaurant, and this terrier came in, and would not leave my side. This dog came into the dish pit and just stood there looking up at me with his tongue out and followed me around. I took out the trash, followed me, and the waitresses were all laughing and petting the dog. And they pet the dog, and I go back to washing dishes, and he would come right on up to me. Rents are very high, very steep, but you don't need to have some kind of prerequisite to be allowed to rent there. In other words, you don't need to have some mandated thing done. Is that, I can't say it. The money, though, yeah, you've got to have at least $15 to $18 an hour and a part-time. And when I was working, I worked 42, 43 hours a week. It was great. And I had a great relationship with the chefs. The management appreciated my efforts. I had good cred there. I mean, people respected my work ethic, and it was great. And now I got hurt, so now I'm a dog. Rents are very high, but if you know somebody that knows somebody, you can probably get something really decent at a mid-range price. But I would say for monthly, like a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, it's going to be at least $15 a month or $16 a month. So you need $700 or $800 a month steady income, plus what you need to survive through the week, through the month, whatever. Rents are very high. So sky in Florida is really beautiful. Even when it's oppressive and dark and gray and there's a storm, it's very, it has a lot of character. You can really get an idea of what's coming. But when I look at the weather radar here for Cape Canaveral, there can be dark clouds and rain as far as the eye can see, and I'll look on the radar and it says there's nothing over me. There's nothing there. Let's see. Oh, T. Yeah, me too. Oh God, I've been lamenting losing that video editing capability. Because right now I'd be working on something. When I play in the park, I sandbag songs. I'll throw myself in the wind I'll take a punk beat, and I'll slow it down to 80 beats or 78 beats per minute, really slow, and that is a completely different song. Or I'll take something and I'll change it in some way, and then I'll let my mind or my sense of pitch or chord progression take its course, and I try to write at least 2 parts, but usually I end up with 1 chord progression with a change like at and that's the drawback. I haven't figured out I don't know where the book is for my looper, but I can look online. There's tutorials for it. But anyway, yeah, playing every Thursday night is a lot of fun. Whether I live stream it or not, I do it. Unfortunately, it's the worst place to be, but they don't throw me out. They let me be here for some of the day. I have a couple different people that I know I can go hang out at their house. Try to save money in the bank. It's hard. Anyway, my guitar and amp are always at this friend's house, and it is the same person whose laptop I regretfully lost through theft. Yeah, they grabbed it. I lost. It's coming to mind what I lost in that backpack. Yeah, every Thursday night. And I do it when I don't want to do it, if I'm able, because the next day I don't want to say, hey man, I wish I'd played last night. That's the worst thing. So I try to anticipate my own behavior, try to satisfy my cravings for music. The only drawback about the venue is that every source of light in there is RF. All the lights are digital lights, and there's a lot of these big screens everywhere. Where I am, no, but it can be. I just got robbed. I got robbed 3 times in a week. Well, I did stash I had beddings, and I put them in a hidden place, and they got found and taken. It was on the beach. Crime is probably, I don't know. In my opinion, where I am, it hasn't. Yeah, it is actually a very untrustworthy environment. And of course, on a sarcastic tone, if there are government uniformed goons, you could probably say that the crime is existent to one way or another. The birds' behavior, I like to watch them in the wind because they'll be totally still. I wanted to get a whole reel of the pelicans hunting in the morning. They fly on the surf, and they fly I'm talking inches above the water, and they dive right in, and they'll get a fish, and they'll fly out. And I've been somewhere where I'm in the middle of the island right now, and I'll see birds of prey flying with a fish in their talons, and they'll land on the top of a telephone pole, and they'll start to tear the fish apart, and they'll start eating it right there on top. And some birds, they smack the fish's head or something. It's really weird. But I compiled a lot of video before I lost the editing, so I don't know and I don't want to waste those clips and just put them all up singly. I want to use them in a little thing, a little video. I don't know. I don't understand. Some people fuss about video editing. You tell that to anybody. I'm not trying to edit the video to hide anything. I'm trying to be creative with it. What is that like? Is that bad? Is that evil? To try to make something interesting? It's not interesting to me. I don't like it. I just want to see the part. Okay. Oh God. I gotta unlearn all the things I know. They're probably detrimental to my life. Seattle crime has gotten much worse in the last 10 years. Yep. Yeah. That and all the other stuff. The flying part, that's, superlative. That's extraordinary. And those are Cocoa Beach cop racing west towards Cocoa. Towards Cocoa, which is on the other side of Merritt Island. There's 2 fingers of this landmass I'm on. Cape Canaveral is at the top, where then there's military installation, Down south, there's Patrick Air Force Base, Satellite Beach. So I'm sandwiched between 2 extraordinarily important strategic bungholes. And the bunghole that I escaped, Washington, D.C., that bunghole is an extraordinary target. So thought it was someone else. Yeah, crime, the more expensive things get, when the dollar store is selling things for $2.50 that were $1 3 years ago, when milk is $5 a gallon, eggs have kind of evened out, cheese very high, electric has gone up, property taxes always are indicative of the economic impact in areas. Florida's property taxes have gone up significantly. That's driven up the rents. The ability for employers to pay their people, depending on the business. Punk Rock Girl. I like that song. Punk Rock Girl. She looks really cool. She's got a blue flannel around her waist. I want a hard-headed woman like the Cat Stevens song. There's nothing like picking up a guitar at home and having your girl sit there and go, "Oh wow, that's really cool." That always means a lot when the person you care about really likes what you create. And they're not just being nice. Or they have ideas they want to add to it or something. I've never really had a girlfriend who was a musician. I'd really like that. Well, no, wait a second. I did have a fling with a woman who was a Russian violinist. She had some issues. She was separated from her daughter. She was trying to get her daughter back. And this was in D.C. and really, Vanessa was a really interesting lady. Very articulate. And she'd pick up the violin and just whip it out and play. She would play. I think she was playing Stravinsky or Chopin or somebody. And then she said, "I envy you because you can improvise." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "All my life I've been playing music that's written on paper, and I can't solo. I can't just play something out the top of my head." That's they see a lot of the better musicians who are classically trained that don't know how to improvise. They, when I can appreciate being able to sit down to a piece that was written in the 1600s and whip it out and play it note for note, But I could probably, anything that I do, I hear it and I play it. So that's how I work from, because I'm pretty much self-taught, although I had some lessons from friends of my mother, but I can hear a piece of music and if I'm in tune with it, I can play it. I'll figure it out. It's like how does a plumber figure out how to fix a leak or something that's been done poorly in the construction of a house? Same thing. It's just different amounts of effort. But anyway, gosh, I hope I get to play guitar today. Try to Nam-myoho Renge Kyo my way into that. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Play music, play guitar, play guitar, play guitar, play guitar, play guitar, play guitar. I'm a 59-year-old senile man who craves playing guitar. It's like if I was in the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I don't know where I'd be in that ward. In a sound booth playing guitar, probably. I love that part of Cuckoo's Nest when he tries to get them all to watch the World Series, or he imagines it, and everybody starts acting their part of the broadcast of the World Series. And they're playing that music really loud on that old record player. And he says, "Can you turn the music down?" He says, "Well, that wouldn't be fair to some of the ones who can't hear it." Nurse Ratched. I want my cigarettes, Nurse Ratched. But the parts in the movie where they share in the circle when they're talking when I was a kid and I saw that at the theater, as soon as that part started, I was so excited because there was something about the acting. And for me as a kid, I was really into characters. It wasn't so much explosions and chases. I wanted to engage with what was going on inside the minds of the characters, what was happening to them. I was so fascinated by that as a kid. Freaked me out because I would really appreciate these people, and I would really learn from it. It would be so Cuckoo's Nest, and also what else was it? What was it? 1970. Well, Harold and Maude. Harold and Maude was really great. That movie really punched me in the face. I went into the movies thinking that movie would stink based on the title, Harold and Maude, and I left the theater crying. So I was like, next time I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna check it out. You never know, you might find something interesting. Glenn Ross. Shortcuts by Robert Altman. Magnolia by, what's his name? The same guy who did Boogie Nights. He did Boogie Nights right after Magnolia. Like a week later, he got all the same people and started filming. Paul Anderson. I love cinema. I think it has its own way of being like as great as good literature. And if it's done, like movies like 2001, are irreplaceable. The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, believe it or not, in my opinion, is really. Stanley Kubrick didn't play around. He did play around actually. But, I mean, I don't want to talk too long. I'm long-winded, so I'm going to let this go. Let's see, today is the 17th of December. It's 2023. The world is in full-on psychopath mode. And I'm on a barrier island on the central coast of the space coast of Florida. And I don't know the exact numbered coordinates, but... anyway, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Goodbye for now. It's DJ. Hey, what's up? Hey, you texted that you needed to talk to me, but I responded to my other Daryl Willis account. So I have a moderator finally. After how long have I been on here? An hour and 13 minutes. Oh. No, they passed. Well, at least for now. You can see. I'm always seeing things in the sky as my eyes try to solve what I'm looking at. What is that? What is that shaped like? And it's a bad habit. But it's the same thing like when I'm scanning the horizon, I'm looking around. I'm looking at concealment, possible concealment places that people might... Because somebody stole my belongings, they must have known that I was there, or they might know me. I don't know, but it's really spooky. I'll wake up and my backpack's gone. It's like, oh man, God, I envy you. You earned that, man. The ability to sleep in and be in charge of when you rest. That's so awesome. I'm really I'm desirous of picking up the guitar today, so I'm hoping my buddy's gonna be able to meet me at the park, and I'll play for 2 or 3 hours, and I'll record something and post it. Yeah, I lost my video editing ability, but the last video I posted, like if you have nothing better to do, go and check it out. It's called Funk in the Air, and I was starting to really grasp something with the editing. So, I don't know, I like it. I think it's cool. Oh my God, DJ, you're kidding, man. That's really awesome. And you would know what's what, too. You're the exactly right person to do that. Oh my God. There's, I have an address. My buddy, well, he's someone I know more so. I've known him for 30 years. there's an address you can send to. I think I typed it out. I typed it out in code. But I don't know if we know the same code. I was making a code up. I don't know if there's some way for me to put it in a comment, then of course, oh no, that was someone else. I'll put it, I don't know, I'll put it in a text. I don't know if I really want to put it out, because I'm not at that, I don't live at that address. Backpack would be extraordinary, like a 3-day capability at least. But and color is most important. You don't want something that, a lot of these homeless outreach places, they have backpacks. They're really small and they fall apart really fast. So I have a sleeping mat and 2 blankets. I don't have, let's see what I've had. I'm trying to count. I've had 3 sleeping bags stolen in the past 2 weeks, and just a blanket that was in 2 plastic bags, black. I always use black, big trash bags, but yeah. So I go to an old video. Alright, so I'll go to one of your old videos. Alright, cool. No problem. Right on. Code acknowledged. Wind talkers. Right? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, your videos are extraordinarily informative, and people can learn from what you know about being out there, getting by. So yeah, this originally video was going to be a gripe about the interface on the phone. And my phone has been, and I'm aware when I'm being toyed with, and it really makes me upset. And it just seems like they're getting hinky with this website, and especially, and the best way to watch this website is on a PC or a Mac or whatever. So something that's not a fondle slab. That's what I have in my hand. This is a fondle slab with horse vision. See, you can't see on the left, and you can't see on the right. But everything right in front of you, you know, the way I see life like this. Well, I see life up and down and left and right. Do you think that hunters and gatherers in the dawn of man, if they could have survived, if they saw the world like this, hell, we wouldn't have lasted a month. The first upright walking mammal. So good to have these things that are given to us for our survival. And if you don't use those little basic tools, I mean, there's so many young people that can't plant, they can't make a fire, they can't even look at a wall clock and say, oh, it's 10:30. What's that? Oh, it's a decorative piece of art from 28 years ago. What's Timex? Don't they make the smartwatches? The Fitbit? You know? Golly. When I saw that come out, the wrist things, the wrist phones, oh my gosh. But those must be real convenient. But there's no way to guard your free speech, or, you know, there's so many people that are just like wearing these little things on there. 360, bro. Yeah, exactly. You know, one time, I'm going to end this real quickly, but one time, you know, I had this job in mid-2000s. I was a AAA call receiver. I worked for AAA, emergency operator. Really good at it, and I'm not ashamed of saying I was really proud of my job there. Every single call, took ownership of, helped those people just as much as I wanted to get helped. And I really enjoyed that job. Because I'd had so many sales jobs on the phone that are just absolutely offensive to my being as a human being. I do not want to call people. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh God, it doesn't matter now. I got so tangential that I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I told a lady who was on I-95, see, Timex is always where the... Oh, that's right. You don't want to have that, yeah. Hey, look at me. I'm on this mountain. I'm on this mountainside. Hey, look at me. You know. But there was a lady who I was taking her call. She was on I-95. I know specifically she wasn't in the safest place to have a flat tire or whatever. And it was night. And I told her, I said, Mrs. Blah Blah, be aware of your surroundings. It's important that you be aware of your surroundings. The driver's on his way. He'll be there in about 23 minutes, whatever. And she goes, why would you say that? Why should I be there? Should I be scared? And she went off on me. She got so mad at me for making her scared. I was really astonished. I was like, wait a minute. And I was cool. I started speaking a little softer. She started yelling, and my voice got a little softer. This is what I did on the phone with people who were mad. I would start to talk really gently, and they would get insane. They would start screaming at me. And I say, I will give you my supervisor if you need him, whatever, you know. It's going to be handled to make it better for you. We're going to make it better for you. It's just going to take a few minutes. And I apologize, you know, and let them know we're doing everything we can to take care of it. And then eventually, they'd start talking like me. And they'd calm down, and they say, you know, I'm glad I have AAA. Thank you, Daryl. All the time. Ed Schatzman, the president of AAA, would get these commendations that Daryl Willis guy down in Palm Beach Gardens keeps taking care of people. So they started using my calls in the job interviews or in the orientation for new hires. I'd walk by that conference room, and through the door, I'd hear my voice speaking like this. We'll be there in 25 minutes. And if you need me to, I will make calls for you to save your battery on your cell phone. Okay? And I'm going to end this chat with that. You guys be well, be strong, be heavy, don't be envious. Work for what you need. Be grateful for what you have. Love yourself, love your friends, your family. And remember, wherever you go, there you are. And always be yourself, because everyone else is taken. Take care, DJ. Thanks. I'll get in touch with you.